our event. And we're live. Hello guys, how are you doing? I don't know for you guys, but the week is just like so fast. And I get so happy for that because simply love coming here, bringing different content and, different topics as well. We are always having different things with regards to grammar and vocab. So, yay, guys, let's get it started. So, let's see who's here. We have Eliette. Eliette was the first one. Hi, everyone. Eli, hello, my dear. Luis Lopez, good evening for all. Good evening. Jackie, hi, guys. Luciano Fernandes, Laurinha, Lyndon Johnson Souza. Hello, Erika. Hello, Erika Belmonte. Cute. Thank you, my dear. Adriana, hello. Heloísa, Gustavo, Reina. This class is full. I'm so happy. Thank you. I'm so happy to have you all. Thank you so much. Terezinha, Ronaldo, Ana. Hello, my dear. Who else? Eliette, Marco Antonio, Marlene. How you doing? I'm doing great. How about yourself? I'm better. I wasn't very well yesterday, but thank God I'm getting better and better and better. I hate getting sick, guys. You have no idea. Jill Verton. Hi, everyone. Eli Mendoza. Where's Erika? I'm here. We had a little bit more of delay today, so I had to restart. But, this is like connection and internet and all those things. So, guys, I missed you so much. Today is, what? Anna's just asking about me. Let me see what I'm live and so guys, let's get it started. So today we're going to talk about grammar. So last class we had some vocab. It was about parts of the house. I don't know if all of you had the chance to take a look at that class. It is super duper important. Especially because sometimes we just, we don't think it's worth it. And it's like, I'm not going to talk about parts of the house. I'm never going to do it until the moment you have to. And the words just, just show up. So the thing is, today we're going to talk about simple present continuous, right? So I'm going to start sharing my screen right now. And guys, I'm going to focus on the present. But basically, you can do the same for the past as well. We are not going to talk about the past because I have other classes planned to the end of our classes, which is by June. But I really, really want to have you all here with the grammar and vocab stuff. So I'm going to start sharing my screen right now. You let me know in case you don't see it. Entire screen, share it. Voila! Lesson number 45. So as I was telling you, lesson 45. So we have already had 45 past classes, all in English, and totally focused on grammar and vocab. And guys, it is super important that you really try to understand each one of these topics. So my suggestion for you guys is that, let me refresh because my screen is just like blocked. So my suggestion to you guys is just try to list all the topics we've had so far. So parts of the house, cardinal numbers, can, could, should. So just write down a list with everything we've had here. And I suggest you to do the same as with the other teachers, like Leo, for instance. Just do the same. Just list all the topics that you have watched or that you have not watched. And just try to analyze yourself, like, how good am I with regards to modal verbs like could, should, must, may? I think I still might have some questions about it. I don't think that I fully understand. So watch it again. Just do the exercise. Just try to see if there's anything else that it is not clear to you, or something that when you watch it, that class, you didn't have that question, but now you have. So what I would tell you and ask you is, just write a comment in the VIP. So you have like a section there to comment. So just write it down and just ask your question, because this is the moment that I would say to reveal everything. We still have like a little bit more than a month together. So you have plenty time to review everything. And if there's anything that you would like to clear up, so I can answer you and just get your questions solved. Okay, so as I was telling you, today is our lesson number 45, simple present continuous. And this topic is super, super important and interesting, because most of people, like students or people who are just like starting to learn, or advanced students as well, think that simple present continuous is basically ing and gerund form, like continuous situation, which is true, but not only. And that's the moment where most students make mistakes, or when they see different situations like native people speaking, they kind of feel like, why is he using ing? Why that? And why does the structure? So that's why I always say it is important to understand, guys. Again, you don't need to memorize names. You don't need to memorize like a list of things. I really don't want you to do that, because again, we are not robots. We kind of understand everything like in blocks and, step by step. So every day you practice a little bit more, you get like lots of content every day. So when you just sit down and try to understand one grammar, one content, I mean, the structure, how it works. And this is super important. I like when you guys do it. I think it's important because this is the basis of your communication. You can, of course, try to memorize sentences and understand through the context, but when you get like to understand the real structure, you can build it up like in the present, past, future, affirmative, negative, interrogative, and you're just gonna do it naturally because you know how it's built. You don't need to know that this is called modal verbs or present perfect, or no, you just need to link that structure to the situation. So guys, I have like an after in my mouth. Here they don't call it after. After, I think it's British English, if I'm not wrong. It's ulcer. I think it's ulcer in the mouth. Yeah. Anyway, so that's why if I speak weirdly, it's because of that. So I'm sorry. It's my tongue. It's in my lung here, tongue. So that's why, guys, I really want you to understand how to link the structure to the situation, and that's how you form you can speak English naturally, I think. Okay, so let's get it started. Focus on me and let's get it done. So when to use, you guys know that when we have grammar classes, I always like breaking down the topic into different parts so you can fully understand each part. So I always start with when to use. So it's important to understand why you are learning that. And then what is the type of situation that you are going to have whenever you face it? So what are the situations that you are going to use simple present continuous, right? I'm sorry. So the first one is actions that are happening at the moment you're speaking. So that's the one you all probably know about simple present continuous, right? This one is super common for you, and I don't think you might have questions about it, which is when I'm doing something at the moment that I'm speaking. So this is simple present continuous, because this is something that I'm doing now, today, and So, for example, I'm reading a book now, or she's listening to a podcast. I'm going to talk about the difference between simple present and simple present continuous as soon as I finish this whole block of explanation, but it's important to understand that. And we also have a part with regards to the future, so stay tuned. Second part, when to use, is temporary actions. And this one is absurdly common in English. every time you have a situation that it's not gonna happen forever, it's just for a couple of days or a couple of weeks, it's temporary. So and it's in the present, of course, so you're going to use simple present continuous. So for example, his father is working in the USA this month. I added here the time expression this month, but you don't need to add necessarily the time expression every time you're talking about it, right? Sometimes you just say it once, so you just want the other person to basically be situated at the moment when you're speaking. So when I say his father is working in the USA this month, it means after a month, he's coming back to Brazil. He's going back to Brazil, actually, right? He's not going to be in the US because this is temporary. Like, but now, like, for instance, my husband, I'm going to tell you, my husband works at All Steel, or he works in the USA, because this is his routine. This is something that he does every day, and it's not temporary because he was hired by the company, by the American company. So it's different. But let's imagine that my husband travels to Switzerland for a couple weeks and he has to work from there. So I'm gonna tell you guys, Tuka's working. He's like right now in Switzerland, and he's working in Switzerland for 2 weeks, because after 2 weeks he's coming back home, you know. So that's a situation that you see. Okay, it is happening at the moment that I'm speaking, but sometimes, especially because of the translation and all those things, we get confused because of the simple present tense. And no, when you have a temporary action, simple present continuous, even if you speak like that, like in a different way in Portuguese. So he's cleaning the house this week. Again, I'm talking about a temporary action. And I got here a different example, like I work in a school. When I say that, it means it's like permanent. It's something that I do every day or every week. But I'm working in a school. It means, okay, I work here online, but you know, guys, I want to have a different experience here in the US. So I'm also teaching in a school, but it's just going to be for, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months, just to get some experience, and then I get back to my online classes. Just an example. So that's the thing. You know, that's a difference when we have for temporary actions. Hello, Eliseo, how are you doing? We have just started, my dear. So we have 2 other situations when to use. Let's see, has already moved. So guys, the third situation is longer actions that are happening at the moment you're speaking. So sometimes you're not mentioning like this week or in a week or 2 weeks or something, but it is something that requires kind of a long time. So there are longer actions, because guys, when you are preparing for TOEFL test, it's not something that it's going to last like a couple weeks, unless you just have a couple weeks and that's what you can. But let's imagine that you really want to get a great result out of it, so you are just going to work like really hard for like probably months, like I don't know, 1 month or 2 months. I don't know, it really depends on each person, but it's something that will require a longer time. So, or she's working in a new business. Again, this is something that it's like a longer action. Every time you have that, you also have simple present continuous, right? This next one is also super common. Repeated actions, which are irritating the one who is speaking. Guys, just try to pay attention next time you watch a TV show or a movie, or if you have any contact with a native speaker, American, British, whatever, Australian, Canadian. Try to pay attention to that, because it is interesting when you try to understand this structure, and that thing becomes a little bit more clear when you see a native using in that situation. And this one particularly has happened to me. I remember studying about it, but it sounded a little bit like it's just on the book or does it really happen? And it does. So every time that you have a situation that annoys someone, this person will probably say that sentence using the simple present continuous, more likely to show you that it's something frequent. So, and they are not enjoying it. And that's it. So like Megan is always coming late to the meeting. Like you're not telling the frequency, it's just something that it's literally annoying you. Or the boss is constantly promising me a raise, but nothing has been done so far. So again, you're not talking about days or months. You're just leaving the message in the air, but it's clear that it annoys you a lot. It pisses you off a lot. Okay, so just pay attention at this one. Whenever you just, listen to some native or non-native. Guys, when I say native, it's not only American. Like when you listen to someone speaking English, let's put it that way, because we sometimes just say native, native, native. And sometimes you're gonna speak with an Indian person or a Japanese or the whole world. If you're, of course, not getting a Brazilian, because with a Brazilian you would speak Portuguese, right? But with any other person in the world, you're probably, unless you speak other languages, of course, you're probably going to speak English. So just pay attention when these people just are communicating with you, the type of situations they're going to use with a simple present continuous. It's super, super great. So guys, two more. Temporary or new habits. So again, we're still talking about temporary actions, but now I'm going to focus a little bit more on new habits because it's something kind of new, something recent, or kind of temporary habit, not rabbit. Rabbit is the animal, right? The rabbit. I was going to say oink, oink, but that's a pig. I'm terrible with animals, but it's okay. By the way, here in Iowa, they don't say pigs. They say hogs. Hogs and pigs are a little bit different. But anyway, so habits, not rabbits, right? So temporary or new habits. And you usually add sometimes expressions like these days or at the moment, like he's eating a lot these days. Maybe because he's anxious. I don't know. You're smoking too much. I can say you're smoking too much at the moment or too much these days, right? This is maybe because you're nervous, you're anxious, you're stressed out, you're burned out. There are so many reasons why, but again, you use for present continuous. And I guess, yes, the last one. And this one is so special. That's why I laughed for the last, because we've learned about future very recently. Remember? Will and to be going to. Remember that? So every time, guys, if you don't remember, just go back there because I'm not going to talk about the future will and to be going to. We have a class about it. But what I would like to bring up, it's that we not only have will and to be going to as a future in English, we also have simple present continuous. Yay! I'm not crazy, guys. I mean it. Every time that we have a situation when we have already made a plan and we've taken actions to make it happen, you're going to use simple present continuous. So that is a situation when we have simple present continuous connected to the future. But be careful because you're basically going to use simple present continuous as the future when you actually took actions from your previous plan. So when I say, for example, guys, I am meeting my father tomorrow, it means I've already called my father and we picked a place. We're going to talk about this, and that. And it's going to be tomorrow, 3 p.m. And, that's it. Or when I say, we're going to the beach on the weekend, right? Actually, here I used going to because it's the plan and we used to be going to, but I could have used another verb like, let me give you, I should have actually changed the verb because this is when you're going to make confusions with to be going to, but wait. We are traveling to the beach on the weekend. Eu falei que, na verdade, agora, não sei se todo mundo entendeu, porque eu coloquei to be going to, né? Certo, tá perfeito, right? Because we say we are going to, which is a way of simple present continuous to the future in the situation. But if you want to make it a little bit more clear, and what I mean is you've already taken actions to make it happen. So we're traveling to the beach on the weekend. So this means that let's imagine I'm going to stay in a hotel, okay? So I've already booked the hotel rooms. I already know where we are going to have, I don't know, breakfast, lunch, dinner, or where we are going to stay and blah, blah, blah. So you can say I'll go to the beach, but to the beach, not beach. But when you do it, you're not, you actually haven't taken any action so far. So you're just planning. It is a possibility. It's probably going to rain. So if it's raining, you're not going to the beach, right? So that's a difference. Right? And this is the most beautiful thing about learning, guys. Not only learning English, learning anything, because you start to understand when to use its structure, right? So if things are not clear to you, if you're not really sure or things like that, so you use will. But if you have already taken some actions, so you're going to use simple present continuous. So I'm calling my parents in a few minutes because there's something like bothering me that I gotta talk to him. I'm just gonna finish the class and get my phone. Like in my mind, like I haven't taken any serious actions, but it is something that it's obviously going to happen. So that's when you use simple present continuous in the future form. Manuel, hi Erika, how are you? I'm doing pretty great, my dear. How about yourself? So let's move on. So we've just finished, guys, when to use simple present continuous. So we have, guys, please don't try to memorize the 6 blocks. Don't do it. I've never done it in my whole life, and I really don't recommend you to do it. Like I just broke it into different blocks and parts to make it easier for you to understand and for me to explain, right? But never just grab a piece of paper, write the 6 rules out and say, okay, rule number 1, rule number 2, number 6 is future, or remember, number 5. No, don't do it. Understand. If you don't memorize everything at once, it's okay. Whenever you have the chance to get in touch with this structure again, I'm pretty sure you're going to remember. And guys, that's like continuous improvement. That's how we improve our English every day. Context. And also every time that you also have contact with the language. So that's why I'm always telling you guys every day, just grab podcasts, grab videos, TV shows, whatever. But just practice your listening, your speaking, speak to yourself. This is a great way for you, to be better tomorrow than you were yesterday. Okay? But don't make a list and try to memorize the numbers and the explanations. No. Guys, seriously. If I have to explain this to you without this presentation, I will, and I kind of know the 6, but it will be like a little different one. I like here the slides because I can have like a sequence and, I would have probably in a piece of paper, like a list of things that I would tell you, otherwise it would be all messed around. But it's not something like I'm going to use in the sentence simple present continuous. Which one of the 6 should I use? Never gonna happen. Never. It has never happened and never will. Okay? So don't grab any list and don't memorize any list. Okay, guys. So now I want to help you out and talk about the structure. I mean, the formation of the sentence with regards to the affirmative, negative, and also interrogative form. Farm? No. Farm é fazenda, Erika, é form. So, guys, we do have this three things. So, affirmative, negative, and interrogative form. And there's one thing that I want to tell you. Good news. This is something you have already learned before, which is awesome. You don't need it's not something that you're going to see it for the first time, especially because we're talking about the verb to be. Now, guys, pay attention, because every time that we're talking about the structure of simple present continuous, you must pay attention again. You must. It's mandatory. You have the verb to be and the next verb with the ing form. If you just have a verb with the ing form, it's not simple present continuous. If you just have the verb to be, it's not simple present continuous. Did you guys hear me right? So you really have to have both of them to form simple present continuous. E segundo em português, para ficar claro para todo mundo, isso porque isso é um erro tipo meio que geral. A gente costuma ver o ing e associa automaticamente com o tal do ando, indo, que é o gerúndio, né? Não façam isso, porque a chance de vocês errarem é absurda. Como eu acabei de falar, para você ter, eu tô comendo, falando, e tanto que a gente nem fica traduzindo, eu já vou explicar isso para vocês, porque nem em português a gente não fica falando assim, que é estranho, muitas vezes é errado. Enfim, tem situações para quando a gente fala isso. Mas não simplesmente saiam traduzindo ou associando ing com gerúndio. Tá errado. Não façam isso com vocês, tá? Por quê? Para você formar o tal do gerúndio, né, eu estou dando aula agora. Para eu poder fazer isso, eu preciso de duas coisas obrigatoriamente, que é o to be e o próximo verbo com ing. Apenas um verbo com ing não é gerúndio. Que um exemplo, se eu falar drinking 2 liters of water every day is really good to your body and to your health. Drinking water every day. Drinking 2 liters of water is healthy. Eu vou traduzir como bebendo 2 litros de água é saudável? Não, gente, beber. Por que isso acontece? A gente vai ficar para outra aula, tá? Mas o que eu quero que vocês associem hoje, memorizem, é não associem ing com ando, indo, porque tá errado. Às vezes, quando tiver o verbo to be junto, você até pode colocar um ando, indo, tá? E às vezes, você vai ver que muitas vezes a gente traduz como eu como, eu falo, eu vou chegar lá. Okay, guys, so be careful. Watch out, because you're gonna make a mistake if you don't notice that, okay? So you do need the verb to be plus the next verb with the ing form. I am cooking, she is dancing, they are playing. So, for example, the babies are sleeping now. We are cleaning, the carpet today. I am coming to the party tonight. Okay? Eliette is saying, if it does not rain on the weekend, we're going to the beach. Yes, Eliette, you can use actually the to be going to, you know, but it also like depends on what you have and if you have made any plans before. But yeah, you can use the going to be going to in this case as well. Okay. So guys, moving on, time expressions. So I decided to bring just some time expressions. That's not the official list with all the times expressions that we have in English for simple present continuous, because as I've just told you, don't memorize lists. Understand each one of them. Like, what's the meaning of now? What's the meaning of today, tomorrow, always? Just understand each one of them. And whenever you have the chance to use it. When someone's uses it, you are going to understand what this person means and so on, right? But we have here now, today, tomorrow, always, tonight, next weekend, on Friday, in June, at the moment, right now, these days, at the present. And guys, this is the moment where I would like to kind of share with you a little bit about the difference between simple present and simple present continuous. So when I say I work, like I've already mentioned a little bit about it, but let's just reinforce a little. So when I say I work, this means routine. This means something that belongs to my daily life. This means something that I wake up and I do every single day, right? Day in, day out, which means you don't have like day after day. Day in, day out means day after day. It's a new expression if you don't know that one. Day in, day out. But day yes, day no não existe, tá? So day in, day out, which is every day. Day in and day out is like every day. Like when you want to emphasize something like, oh my God, he calls me day in, day out. Like he never stops calling me. You know, that's the expression. So the thing is, when you use simple present, it means something that you do every day. Like you take a shower, like you go to work, you have breakfast, lunch, dinner, you brush your teeth. All these things you're going to use in the, of course, if you're talking about your daily routine and not a specific action that is like temporary or something. So you're going to use simple present. But guys, when I want to share something that belongs to my specific moment that not necessarily I do, for example, guys, you know that I don't like reading. I'm too energetic to stop, grab a book, and read. I just can't. So what I do is listen to books. I love audiobooks. Audiobooks are my thing. I love it. So while I'm doing all my stuff, I'm listening to the audiobooks. I can improve my English, learn so many things about general stuff. Anyway, but I just can't read. I have some like 3-4 books. Like I have some English books, but I can't read. I just can't. But there's one guy. His name is, I forgot. I like him so much that I forgot his name. Anyway, there's a guy that I like very much. He's a businessman. He's an entrepreneur, actually. And I couldn't find his audiobook. Actually, I have already listened to one of his audiobooks, but I couldn't find the other one that I really wanted to listen to, actually. And I really wanted to grab the information from that book, so I had to buy the book. So it's just next to my bed. It's on my, what's the name of that thing? It's on my nightstand. So every night I try to remember and read a little bit. So I can tell you guys, I am reading a very interesting, actually I'm trying to read a very interesting book. That I really forgot his name. Anyway, I'm gonna remember by the end of the class. But the thing is, I'm reading. It's not something that belongs to my routine because I don't read, you know. So when you do something, again, temporary, something that it's not very normal to happen in your daily routine, so you're gonna use simple present continuous. Robert Herjavec, that's his name. He's one of the sharks, actually. Robert Herjavec. I forgot where he's from. He's Greek, actually. He's really good. I love him. Anyway, and I was just telling you about the time expressions because we do have some time expressions that differentiate simple present and simple present continuous. Like every day, like today you can also use for simple present, but usually it's more like every day, on Mondays, on weekends, and some of these ones, okay? Okay, so guys, interrogative form of simple present continuous. So guys, come on, we're talking about the verb to be. So what you're going to do is basically bring the verb to be to the beginning of your sentence, and then you're gonna build it up. So if my sentence was, the babies are sleeping now, to ask a question, I just have to invert and just bring it to the beginning saying, are the babies sleeping now? Are we cleaning the carpet today? Are you coming to the party tonight? Okay. Francis Bob Proctor. Is it the name of the author? No, it was Robert Herjavec. his name, but I don't know this one. I'll look for this guy. I love getting to know different guys and entrepreneurs. I really like Mark Cuban. He's like so good. I don't know if you have already heard of him before. He's a billionaire, and he's the owner of Mavericks, the basketball team. But anyway, let's get back here. So in our interrogative form, just switch, right? Time expressions, like, guys, the same. Now, today, tomorrow, always, they're just like the same time expressions that we have. I added here just to show you that we can use the same time expressions for affirmative, negative, and also interrogative. Okay? Where's the negative? Negative. Did I skip negative? Negative. Wait, guys. Negative is not here. Okay, guys, the slide of negative form is not here. Let me see if I have it. Oh, it's in my computer. I didn't prepare this class in my laptop. It's in my computer. But anyway, so guys, negative form is not here, but it's okay. Let me just tell you, it's easy. Come on. What we do for negative form is basically the person plus to be plus not. Remember? So the babies are sleeping now. Negative form, the babies are not sleeping now or aren't sleeping now. We are cleaning the carpet today. We are not or we aren't. You already know the negative form of verb to be, right? So just add not after the verb to be. Okay? So this is it, affirmative, negative, and also interrogative form. So guys, now there's something important and different, and some of you might kind of not understand fully about it, and I want you all to pay attention right now. We do have lots of verbs, like hundreds and thousands of verbs in English. And basically, the rule when it comes to simple present continuous is verb to be plus ing form in the following verb, right? The thing is, you should be careful when adding the ing form because there is a rule to do it and also some exceptions, of course. So most of the verbs, again, most of the verbs, you are just going to add ing. So to work, he is working. I play, she is playing. To study, he is studying, right? Dance, dancing. To cry, crying. E olha a pronúncia, tá? Ó, ainda mais quando tem já o Y, cry, crying. Ó, study, studying. He's studying. Playing, ó, playing. They are playing, not playing, tá? Playing in the yard, for instance. To speak, speaking. Go, going. Read, reading. Eat, eating. Lembra que letras tipo T, D, transforma em Rzinho, omite, que são letras muito fortes para pronunciar, tá? Ó, reading, reading, reading. Eating, não eating. Eating, eating, eating. Sleep, sleeping. Catch, catching. Buy, buying. Buying. See again? Buying. Okay, no big deal here, no biggies. They love saying no biggies, like no big deal, no biggies. Have you heard that before? No biggies. Now, pay attention. And there's a simple, tiny little rule, actually, exception. When it comes to memorizing this little guy here, I'm not really into these rules, but it helps. So if it helps you, if you think it helps you, so you can use it. Some verbs, especially the short verbs, and when they are ended by, what is CVC? It's not the travel agency, okay? It's like consonant, vowel, consonant. Consoante, vogal, consoante, right? Run, sit, get. What you're gonna do is double the last letter. So run, running, sit, sitting, get, getting, begin, beginning. Okay, begin is not a short verb, but it's okay. Stop, stopping, swim, swimming. And now I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. I learned how to basically do that from that rule. So I didn't make this up. Like a teacher taught me that way. And I'm going to be completely honest. Guys, I've never, ever in my whole life used this rule. I mean it. I like teaching because for some of you, might be helpful, right? So there are some people who love these rules and techniques and all those things and secrets, and it's helpful when they use it and they memorize it. So I'm the type of teacher who likes teaching different methods and showing you different options because I'm pretty sure you're going to grab one. I'm going to show you like maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 and say, oh, that one works for me. The other person will say, that one works for me. And that's it. Okay, that's why I always say there's a wrong methodology to learn English or Portuguese or whatever. There's a methodology that works for you. That's it. Some people just can't learn English like translating everything. Some people can just learn English that way, and that's it. There are like some ones that are kind of better. They help you more, but it doesn't mean it's wrong or that it's right. The thing is, guys, if you like those techniques, those secrets and tricks and all those things, you can think like that, especially to write, because the pronunciation won't ever change, right? So running, it's like one and. The thing here is just when you're writing. So when you're writing, you should be careful because when you have run, said, get, some, these are not all the verbs with this thing here, okay? These are just some examples. And when I told you that I've never used this rule before, it's because, guys, I am very visual. I'm completely visual person. I just learn by visualizing everything. So that's why all around me in my office is written. All my goals, all my tasks, everything, I gotta see it. Because if I don't see it, I forget. And the same thing goes when I am, as I told you, I don't read books, but I do read articles. I do, when I'm watching, for example, TV shows or watching a movie, I watch, of course, in English with subtitles in English. I don't watch without subtitles. I do understand what they're saying, but I love adding the subtitles in English because it helps me visualize the way it writes. So I memorize better that word that I can hear. So this is the way I learn better. Like some of my followers on Instagram, sometimes I just record some Instagram stories because of my most recent TV show. My memory today is so bad. Damn it. Meredith. What's the name of the TV show? Meredith. Guys, a doctor. Grey's Anatomy. Yeah. I've been watching Grey's Anatomy. And so I learned lots of different words from this TV show, but because I kind of see the subtitle, which is awesome, but in English. So it's awesome because I am I learn better when I visualize everything. So if you are just like me, I highly recommend you not paying attention to this exception, this trick here, and try to go from like books and articles, and because your brain will memorize that, especially because when I'm writing, and if I write like my sister is running fast, I don't know, and I said, there's something weird here, like running one and so, okay, running, now it's better, now it looks better. So I kind of memorize. I try to remember about some brands and things and words, sentences that I see on the TV. So this is the way that I relate to the words, and I can memorize better and faster. So I'm not really into tricks, but I share tricks in case it helps you. Okay. So that's it. So be careful with these verbs. So you have to double the last letter. So just explaining in case you like tricks, the last 3 letters must be CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant. If you have this trick, so you have to double the following letters. So see here, run. We have a consonant, a vowel, and consonant. A gente lembra vogal, né? Vogal, A, I, O, U, consoante, B, C, D, F, G, H, right? So, quando você tiver consoante, vogal, consoante, aí você dobra a última consoante. Então, run, tá vendo? A gente dobrou o N, ok? But again, I've never used it. I learned that way and I'm sharing it. I'm just, passing by in case you like it. Next tip. When we're talking about, now this one is helpful, okay? Every time you're talking about, we're using actually verbs that are ended in E, the letter E. You are not going to just get the verb, like come, and add ing, because guys, just take a look at it. So the verb is come, right? So she is come is the verb. Imagine that. She's coming. It's weird. We don't do it. Or they are type. Look how weird this is. Gente, eu não gosto muito da palavra bom senso, porque bom senso é uma coisa que varia muito de pessoa para pessoa. Mas tem aquele nosso feeling lá dentro, que quando você olha para essa palavra aqui, ó, coming, typing, você fala, não, tem uma coisa errada aqui. Tudo bem que tá vendo até o computador já tá dedurando que tá errado, né? Mas supondo que ele não dedure, não soa estranho. Então, confiem, aprendam a confiar um pouquinho no gut de vocês, tá? Porque a gente tem aquele nosso gut feeling que olha e fala, meu Deus, isso aqui tá muito errado. Às vezes a gente não sabe o porquê que tá errado, sabe? Mas a gente sente que aquilo tá errado. So, try to trust your gut feeling. And now the reason is, every time we have a verb that ends in E, so we basically remove the E from our sentence. So she is typing, she is coming. They are naming the baby Josh. I don't know. He's taking care of it. We are making a pie. I don't know. Actually, it's baking a pie. But we are making coffee. Okay. No, it's brewing coffee. But anyway, making, you got it. We can use make for pie and coffee. But we have more specific verbs. Like for pies, you can make a pie. But you basically bake a pie. And for coffee is to brew, B-R-E-W, you brew coffee. You can make coffee, as I was telling you. To promise, promising. And be careful with the verb to die, because now we have a new letter coming up. This is so crazy, I know. But the list here is like much smaller. Não tem tantos verbos aqui com isso, tá? Mas quando vocês tiverem as letrinhas I e E, cuidado. Essa daqui vocês vão ter que fazer um pouquinho mais de esforço para memorizar, tá? Porque isso aqui é muito diferente de tudo. Por quê? Olha só. It ends in IE, die, lie. Quando você coloca no gerúndio, você não vai fazer isso aqui, ó. Die, right? Você não faz isso. Dying. It's wrong. There's no such thing in English. Aí você fala, tá, então a Erika falou que é para tirar o E. Aí eu vou pôr ING. Aí piorou, né? Fica mais estranho ainda. Então o que você faz? A gente tem que mudar isso, tem que deixar uma cara mais amigável. Então a gente troca o primeiro I por Y. Dying. E é isso mesmo, gente, tá? Parece meio doido, mas that's true. To lie, lying. So the same thing here. Preciso escrever não. Okay? What else? And we do have, guys, some non-continuous verbs. What does it mean? Guys, it means you are not going to add ing form whatsoever at all. You're not gonna do it. You can't. You must not. You're forbidden. You don't say, I'm wanting to drink coffee. No, you don't say, I am understanding this topic. No, it's wrong. So you can memorize the list if you wish, if you like the trick thing and everything else, but I really go more through the thing is go through the context and get the content as much as you can, watch movies. Gente, é muito importante pegar conteúdo e se mergulhar, you know? If you like articles, if you like blog posts, if you like TV, whatever, just get into something and preferably just try to switch as well. Not only TV show, and no blog posts or no books whatsoever. So try switching. For example, I don't like reading books, as I told you, but I love when I have to, you know, learn something I don't know, like editing movies, for instance. Or okay, when I'm editing, I like watching the video on YouTube, but I sometimes just go for some blog posts or some tutorials, but written, so I can just try to memorize and learn it better as well. All right. So these verbs, guys, just be careful. If you make mistakes with one of them, just try writing down another example. Just try creating sentences out of it. So you'll say, I'm needing money. So, okay, Erika, you're saying that we just can say, I'm wanting coffee, I'm needing money. What should we say? Or what's the structure about? I think I have an example here. Yeah. So, for example, I'm needing to eat a sandwich. No, you're going to say, I need to eat a sandwich. You just get back, when you're talking about these verbs here specifically, you are just basically going to go back to the simple present tense. So you just say, I need, you want, she needs, she understands, and so on. I am wanting. Por mais que em português a gente fale, né? Eu tô querendo ligar pra minha mãe. Você não fala I'm wanting to call my mother. Você vai falar I want to call my mother. Ponto. She's preferring to buy a chocolate. Tá preferindo comprar uma barra de chocolate. Aí vai na tradução, né? She's preferring. Não tem nada de she's preferring. She prefers to buy a chocolate bar. Eu tô entendendo. I understand. Não é I'm understanding. Ok? A gente tem o substantivo understanding, que é o entendimento, mas aí não é verbo, né, gente? Verbo, tô puxando R hoje, né? Porta, porteira, portão, aqui de diabo. Anyway, so she prefers to buy a chocolate bar, not she's preferring. All right? Eita, não, tem um slide a mais ali que não era pra estar. So guys, what are you doing? So guys, just as a gift, because I love giving you guys homework, we have here 2 slides that I really want you guys to work hard on them. We don't have answers here because this is just like an exercise that I want you to do orally. So you take a look at the picture and you basically just speak out loud. So, oh, this guy, for example, here is vacuuming, vacuum clear, right? Vacuuming the floor. She is teaching math. The boy is drinking juice. She is listening to her students. I don't know. So he's cooking. So take a look at the pictures and simple examples, but just speak out loud to yourself. And I also separated 10 questions that I really want you to answer to yourself. Vocês vivem falando, eu não tenho como praticar inglês, eu não tenho como treinar meu speaking. Tem 2 exercícios para vocês treinarem o speaking de vocês. Erika, mas eu não sei se eu vou falar certo ou se eu vou falar errado. Tá vendo? Eu tenho certeza que metade já tá perguntando isso. Fale, tá? O mais importante é você falar. O se está certo ou se está errado, se quando você tiver alguém para te corrigir, ótimo. Enquanto você não tem, fale, porque você precisa treinar esse medo de soltar, de falar, de botar para fora. E saber se você vai saber responder aquilo lá. Então, what are you studying these days? Se alguém te pergunta isso, o que você vai responder? Você não vai ficar na hora pensando se vai falar certo ou errado, você vai ter que falar. É a mesma coisa, quando eu tô falando pro pessoal aqui, eu não fico, ai meu Deus, será que eu vou falar certa preposição? Será que nada? Fala. Depois você pensa, putz, falei o verbo errado. Deixa eu responder de novo essa pergunta. So that's the thing, guys. Speaking is just a matter of practice. You have 2 exercises here, plus the one that you have to repeat, that I also share the audio with you guys, that you repeat the sentences below, and that you already know. You have that one and 2 more exercises that I want you to practice your speaking. With regards, like this one, with regards to simple present continuous. Okay, guys, this is it for today. One more grammar class. Next week, we're going to have a vocab class. It's going to be super special. Can't wait to have it. So let me say goodbye to you. I think it's here. Yeah. So guys, this is it for today. I really hope you have enjoyed. And if this was your question, I really hope that your questions were solved. Guys, don't forget to like this video here on YouTube. And I'm going to upload this lesson like right now to our VIP. If there's something that it was not clear to you, if there's something that you didn't understand, just let me know. Okay? So this is it for today, guys. See you next Tuesday. Mwah. Take care of yourselves, guys. Bye-bye.